So I've got this thing at least most of the way set up to operate it as a shaper. Get back here a little bit further so you can see a little more, but I'm still having issues with the table feed mechanism. I'm not entirely sure what the issue is at the moment, but I've got everything back together and lubed up. But it doesn't seem to want to transmit power correctly to the drive shaft. It just keeps going forward, going backward, going forward, going backwards. So maybe it needs some resistance, but there's a secondary problem I just found out about. Actually, a secondary and a third problem. So unfortunately, this shaft that feeds the Y-axis has a heck of a bow in it, bend in it. I don't know if the machine was dropped at one point or what the problem is, but that's kind of causing some binding issues, it seems like. And another issue yet is this is the drive gear off of the first Cochrane ply. See this recessed area here? This is the one that came with this one. Someone apparently built and didn't build it all the way. It's missing this recess, so gonna have to spend some time tinkering with that. Anyways, I'll show you. This is where, oops, that's where it goes on that machine, and then you pull it out to disengage it, push it in to engage it. So any rate, we'll leave that alone for the time being, but I'm going to manually operate the Z and the Y axis and see if we can make some chips with this thing. So let me get you guys set up here. Yeah, that should work. Now I'll get the machine fired up, get a little bit of oil on it, and start getting the Z-axis up where I'm touching the work, making a little scratch on it. All right. Come on, give me some oil. And I'll try to stay out of everybody's way. Might be easier said than done. Do our best. Starting to touch the oil. That, I think, is my official first chip on this. There we go. Ooh, boy, it takes a chip now. Alright, let's see if we can dial in a little more, so I think it can handle it. I'm already assuming that until I get the actual mechanical clapper box operating correctly, that there will be a problem between the automatic table feed if I don't have the mechanical clapper operating correctly. And I think we need to go up a little. Oh yeah, there's the check. If you don't mess around, she will definitely cut some metal. Oh yeah. Well, I would say it's gonna do pretty well as a shaper. I'll clean this up a little bit and bring you guys in to check this out. Definitely more powerful than the little Atlas is. There again, it'll be a little bit of a learning curve to work with this thing correctly. Come on, focus, focus. For some reason, it just doesn't like to focus on metal very well. Come on. There it is. I couldn't tell you for sure how deep I was cutting, but it was definitely cutting deeper than what I could do with the little Atlas. So I can see now that getting the mechanical clapper or tool lift situated correctly is going to be really important to this thing operating correctly. So probably going to have to advance that further up on the list of things to do, but that doesn't hurt my feelings any. I'm just glad to finally see this thing doing some of what it was meant to do. Maybe the next thing I'll do is actually try out the milling side of it with some of the milling cutters, end mill cutters, and see how it does with the low RPM head. So anyways, I think that's probably good for tonight.